Welcome to the Cyber Incident Report Text Anonymization tool. This is a prototype created by the SIESTA Use Case 4 Text Anonymization team at the Group for Vision and Intelligent Systems Research Lab at the University of León. This tool helps incident response teams to prepare cyber incident reports that can be safely shared for purposes like research and collective threat defense. Essentially, since cyber incident reports may contain sensitive information that can be linked to an individual, like a victim's name, location, contact details, these reports cannot be shared as is. Therefore, our tool uses named entity recognition to automatically detect and replace this sensitive information so that the report can be shared while the persons in it stay protected. Let me show you how this works. I have a sample ransomware incident report that I will be pasting right here. In this report, we see personal data, names like David, Sarah, and we also have locations like London, Bucharest, and organizations like Northern Express Logistics, the Metropolitan Police, and the Information Commissioner's Office. Below, we have four options in order to anonymize this data. We have data tokenization, data masking, data substitution, and finally, data hashing. Let us begin with data tokenization. With tokenization, which is the default in our tool, one can see that each entity is replaced by a type label. What this means is March 2025 becomes a time frame. The National Cybersecurity Center becomes an organization, org for short. The text stays readable and structurally intact, but all identifying information is gone. This could be useful for classification tasks. Our second pseudonymization technique is masking. With data masking, each entity is replaced by a fixed token. In our case, the fixed token is XXXX, 4X's. Data masking technique is more aggressive since hints like the entity type, location, organization, and person are removed. This technique is therefore useful for lowering the risk of re identification. On the other hand, data masking may also be useful for later analysis of the data since terms like ransomware attack and the phrase passport numbers remain intact in the text. The third technique is data substitution. With data substitution, each entity is replaced with a plausible fake. This means that David Thompson on the second line might become Brandon Lloyd. London becomes another location, Coreyland, and dates like March 2025 shifts to March 2020. The text reads naturally, so you could share this and it looks like a real report. However, none of the identities are real. This technique is useful for generating realistic training data, which again can be used for subsequent analysis. Finally, here we have data hashing. Hashing replaces each entity with an MD5 hash. It's deterministic. This means that the same name always produces the same hash, so you can track entity co-occurrence across documents without knowing the actual identity. This could be useful for cross-referencing certain data sets. The final technique that we have is data hashing. Data hashing replaces each entity with an MD5 hash. That is the string that we see starting with hash underscore and an alphanumeric code. This type of hash is deterministic. This means that the same name should produce the same hash. So we can track entity co-occurrence across documents without knowing the actual identity. This can be useful for cross-referencing certain datasets. Our tool also has some additional features. For example, we understand that not all cyber incident reports come as a single text. Therefore, you have the option to bulk upload cyber incident reports in an Excel file, or you can do it in a CSV file. With this, we hope to expand the utility of our tool, as it can even be used for datasets rather than individual cyber incident reports. With that, we are at the end of our presentation. We have shown you 4 anonymization techniques suitable for use on cyber incident reports. We have also shown that our tool allows for individual cyber incident reports upload or for several cyber incidents to be anonymized together, such as in a dataset. With this, we look forward to you using our tool, and should you have any questions, please reach out to us.